I think they did a good job mixing up their fronts. They had a lot of dudes on line scrimmage. Really sold out to try and stop the run, and they did a good job. You have to give credit to them. They made more plays than we did. We as an offense, I start with myself. I wasn't perfect, in all of my stuff, and you go back, you got to correct it. But you knew adversity would happen at some point. It's not going to be that easy all the time. And so, for us, it's a great opportunity. You get hit in the mouth. And with that said, I thought we responded. To a tough, gritty game. It wasn't all just bombs and this kind of stuff. We had to grind it out a little bit and still make plays at the end and all that kind of stuff. And then at the very end, they made one more play than we did. And that's how this game goes sometimes. But there's no discouragement or anything like that. You're pissed because you lost. You're mad at that. You want to win all these games. But end of the day, we played a really good football team, and we knew what type of team they were. You turn the film on, everyone talks about whatever. That didn't even matter. You turn the film on, and we knew what we were going to get ourselves into. And so it was a grind, but they made more plays than we did. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard, especially for communication and things like that. But I thought Lucas did a fantastic job. He's a veteran, super smart. He's been in the system, in different varieties. And so I thought he did a great job. But, I always say anytime you lose anybody, on a football team, you never can just replace them. They bring a certain role and they bring a certain, piece of the puzzle. But it's always next man up. And I thought those guys battled. I thought they did a great job of battling against one of the better fronts in our league.
There was a component of this that they had 2 games of your offense on tape, but they had more to study and were maybe a little bit more ready for you guys than in the first 2 weeks?
It could be, yeah. Anytime that's throughout the season, and there's different, ebbs and flows of that, coaches switching things and changing things and all of that. But, I thought, again, you got to give credit, to their players and to their coaches. They beat us today. And, as players and coaches, we take that personal, but we still believe, we know we're a good football team. And, the belief is, so strong in that room. Disappointed because we want it real bad, and, we really believed that, we were going to pull that one out, but we didn't. And so for us, it's about staying positive, but making the corrections that we have to make and, working on it during this week.
How close was that one to Sheehy, did you feel like, in the front of the end zone?
Early, like first half?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was close, but he's made so many of those plays for me, and I'm going to keep throwing them, whenever he gets an opportunity. I trust my receiver so much, and so yeah, it was close, but that's football sometimes.
Derek, what happened on the interception?
At the very end, someone just came free, and in that situation, a sack is terrible, and I was trying to just make a tight throw, hopefully that he would look, for me, as I was getting hit. And so, again, I wish I just, tried to skip it or whatever, get to the next play. But in that situation with the clock and how many yards, we needed to get, I tried to make that play for our team, and I didn't. And, I tried to stand in there and make a throw, and they ended up making the play.
First several weeks of the season, a lot feeling out. You guys are still getting used to a new system. What do you think you guys can learn about yourselves from?
Oh, man. This is a great opportunity for us to come in tomorrow and see if we bring that same energy that we've been bringing, and but bring it to some more corrections, right? Bring it into some things that, everyone's gonna look at this tape and it's gonna hurt, man. Because you're gonna see things, man. What the heck did I do there? Why did I do that? And again, I say it, but that's football. And the teams that continue over this long race continue to improve. It's a race to see who can improve the most towards the end. And it's a great opportunity for us to look at some different fronts that we hadn't seen this year, and to see some different kind of games and different kind of routes, different kind of throws for me, coverage, all that, and for me to be better than I was the last time. And so my commitment to my team and to this organization is to be hard on myself and push our guys in the same way. That we look at it just like we looked at it after a win. You're hard on each other. Got to be hard on each other, especially after this loss, so we can be better. Yeah, they did a good job, and they did we had some good runs, and we still were able to make some adjustments and have some really good runs. And I thought in the past game too, there were some play actions and stuff that were good, and I don't want to do it. I thought we, Coach Gruden always told me we didn't lose, we just ran out of time. But, they beat us today, and, we ran out of time on that one. So I thought we were making good adjustments. I thought we started moving the ball well. So my confidence is high in all that. So anytime you don't, start off hot, it's always a grind a little bit, but I thought we handled it well.
What did you see to Olave just to go ahead?
A touchdown? Cover zero. They had the safety matched up on Chris, and for us that's a great matchup. And just throwing it to my spot, and he ran it down like he always does and made that play.
Derek, what did you think of the crowd? It was pretty loud.
It was electric. That was a playoff atmosphere. I've only got to play in one of those, but it felt like that. And so that was amazing. We need them all year, because that's such an advantage for us. And so the fans were fantastic. That was awesome. And hopefully make these corrections, give them some more stuff to cheer about.
Derek, what is just the emotional swing like of go ahead like that?
Yeah.
Then a minute later you're down and you have to go back out on the field. You're trying to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's easy to do this. But in this game, most of these games, mostly every time, it comes down to one possession, and you score and there's time on the clock. The other team always has a chance, and so for me, I've tried my best to just try and stay even keel. Obviously, you're excited, and when they score, it's like you guys stay still ready to go. Make your next read and make the next throw, and so it really is. A microcosm of what a football season is like. You got to stay like this. You got to trust your process, keep working, and you got to enjoy the process too.
How much did losing McCoy affect you?
Again, anytime you lose anybody on a football team, you don't just replace somebody. They bring a certain gift, and they bring a certain talent and ability, leadership. But with that said, I thought Lucas did a great job. Again, I get work with him too during the week, just in case something like this ever happens. And so you lose a guy like Eric, it hurts. He's a captain, he's a leader, of our football team. So it hurts, but and we all know that again, football, that stuff happens all the time. It's next man up, and you got to be able to pick right back up, and the expectation doesn't change. And so, but I thought Lucas did a fantastic job of really listening to him communicate, to the young guys and stuff, new guys coming in and out when C's went out, all that, just watching him communicate. He's a true pro, he's a true leader, and I'm glad we have him.
Talk to me about your tattoo on your arm that says Jeremiah 29:11. And I know that you went through a lot during the offseason, especially with everything that's going on. How has your faith just grown as the offseason is going on?
Yeah, I got this tattoo, when my grandpa had brain cancer. He was a pastor for like over 40 years at the same church. And, he told me on his, when he was dying, he wrote Jeremiah 29:11 up on his board. He told his kids, don't ever forget it. And, for me, in that moment, he's sitting there, dying of brain cancer. And he tells us that, he said, God is real. Don't think just because I'm sitting here that he's not real. Just because I'm going through this, don't let the world tell you, what your rational eyes can see, that he's not real. And so it just means something to me, for a lot of reasons, obviously. But my faith is what I hold on to, through the amazing touchdowns and the fun and the fines, and also, in the hard times. And I just try and stay even keel. I go home and try and be a great husband. Go home and try and be the best dad that I can be, because that's what God's calling me to do. And then come in tomorrow and be the best quarterback I can be, and leader. And so, I try my best to do it. I'm not perfect at it, but I'm trying my best.
Colossians 3:23.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you, Derek.
Good. Thank y'all.